Okay, now we're in Second Chronicles 29, right? So read that verse again. Man.
Second Chronicles 29.
Yeah, verse start from 29. 29. Okay.
And when they had made an end of offering, the king and all that were present with him bowed themselves in worship. Moreover, Hezekiah the king and the princes commanded the Levites to sing praises unto the Lord with the words of David and of Asaph the seer.
See, he said, moreover, Hezekiah the king and the princes commanded the Levites. They commanded them to sing praises unto the Lord, using the words of David. All right? So I can't make up my own praise to the Most High. Right? I can't make songs to the Most High or sing songs, remix songs, put my own words in and praise the Most High with that. I can't do none of that. I have to use these songs that David made. Okay? That's it. If I want to sing a song praising the Most High God, I'll pick one of those and I can sing. And I'm in the, I'll be within the path. I won't be outside. I won't be off. Because once you don't do it like this, praise idols. That song it's not accepted. The Most High don't want to hear it. If that's all that they commanded them to sing, that's all that's accepted. That's all that God's going to accept. You understand? And they knew what God is going to accept and what He's not going to accept. And David, because he did it correctly, you don't follow that path. So they commanded them to do it that way. Now, back up in the same chapter, go to verse 6.
Our fathers had trespassed and done that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord our God, and have forsaken them, and have turned away their faces from the habitation of the Lord, and turned their backs. Also they have shut up the doors of the porch, and put out the lamps, and have not burned incense, nor offered burnt offerings in the holy place of the God of Israel.
See? He said also they have shut up the door of the porch and put out the lamps, and have not burnt incense, nor offered burnt offerings in the holy place unto the God of Israel. They were doing all this stuff outside of the holy place. To burning incense to idols. But the only time you burn incense is to the Most High God. That's it. Once you're not doing that, you ain't a priest, you're not in the temple, so no incense is supposed to get burned. You're not burning incense. They didn't burn incense back then. In the ancient world, they didn't burn incense for making the house smoke, make the tent smoke. They burn incense, they burn incense to their idols. That's what they do. That's how they worship. Mm-hmm. So once you're not, ain't nobody here equipped to do that. Burn no incense, ain't no high priest. Like. So you're not supposed to be burning incense.
You can't burn it.
No.
You can't do high priest or you cannot burn incense unless you burn it in the temple of the Lord.
It has to be there. If it ain't there now, oh, that's dead.
Incense won't burn.
Right. There's no incense offering. So there should be no burn of incense. Any incense you burn in your house, you burn in the demons. That's right. That's a sacrifice to Satan. That incense is being burnt as a sacrifice to Satan. That's what the Most High said. Tell you.
Also, they have shut up the doors of the porch, put out the lamps, and have not burnt incense, nor offered burnt offerings in the holy place of the God of Israel. Wherefore the wrath of the Lord was upon Judah and Jerusalem, and he had delivered them to trouble, to astonishment, and to hissing, as he sees with your eyes. For lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword, and our sons and daughters and our wives are in captivity. Now it is
that, for lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword, and our sons and our daughters and our wives are in captivity for this. For what? For the stuff that they've been doing.
Right.
This is the reason why. Don't you?
Now it is in my heart to make a covenant with the Lord God of Israel, that his fierce wrath may turn away from my sons. Be not now negligent, for the Lord hath chosen you to stand for him, to serve him, and that ye should minister unto him. And
This is Hezekiah speaking, right? He said, now it is in my heart to make a covenant with the Lord God of Israel. That's what has been. All these men made a covenant with God. You know what that is? Personal agreement. Has nothing to do with anybody else. Both sides like me, do this. If I don't do this, do this too. That's the covenant. Because they already know the penalty if they don't do it. But they find it. They ain't gonna be made.
They ain't got to get, they ain't got to who it is. They ain't got to.
Right.
You have to be a man. When you make a covenant, you're not gonna line up with the main Lord. If I don't do it, I'm gonna get grind. God is gonna grind me to the ground. And man is made up. Do it to get mine. Make that vow, make that covenant. Stay in.
Right.
Such a man, he said, without respect, you respect him. More so than the nigga that walk around talking about, I do this, I do that, you make no covenant. But if you don't make no covenant, you get the door open.
Right.
You could always stop doing what you're doing and go out the door. If you never come back in, or in and out. But when you make a covenant, it's a vow, a contract with God, you know. There's no stopping. You stop your key, simple as that. Simple as that. Only golden men do that. Cananero is golden men. God slinging. You're not slinging on me, God, you sling the law.
Right.
So you sling. You sling the law. To the people.
For lo, verse 5. For lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword, and our sons and our daughters and our wives are in captivity for this. Now it is in my heart to make a covenant with the Lord God of Israel, that his fierce wrath may turn away from us. My sons, be not now negligent, for the Lord had chosen you to stand before him, to serve him, and that ye should minister unto him and burn incense. Then the Levites arose.
Okay, so we are those are the Levites. Those are the ones that burn the incense. Those are the ones that's going to be singing the words of David. Those are the ones that take care of all the offerings that Hezekiah put back in order because they was doing none of this. All offerings, all incense, everything was being burnt to hell. The sun and the moon. Okay. But the first thing is love. First thing is 2 Samuel 18:8.
2 Samuel 18.
18, verse 8. Let's start from verse 6.
So the people went out into the field against Israel, and the battle was in the wood of Ephraim, where the people of Israel were slain before the service of David. And there was a great slaughter that day of 20,000 men. For the battle was there scattered over the face of all the country. And the wood devoured more people that day than the sword devoured.
I read this the other day. I said, oh, it's devoured. What do you mean by that? The wood devoured more people than that day than the sword devoured. Now, the battle went down in the woods of the forest of Ephraim, right? David's side won. It was David's side versus Absalom's side. David's side won. And this right here, what it said, and the wood devoured more people that day than the sword devoured. So whoever they get hit with the sword, the same forest, those same trees, thickets. That's what all the people these forests, thickets, wilderness. That's what they took up. Remember what grabbed Absalom? The tree grabbed Absalom. He wasn't the only one that grabbed up. A lot of those Israelites in the world, they got caught up. The environment of the woods turned against them. And more people died like that than when they got hit with the sword. The environment turned against them. You know how that happened? The shrubs, the thickets turning, all of a sudden now, thickets come up and you get caught. You fall, into your head, a stone, a rock, go off a cliff. That's what was happening. The wood was eating them up. Tell you.
And Absalom met the servants of David. And Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak. And he was taken up between the heaven and the earth, and the mule that was under him went away.
So you see what happened? He got caught up into that. He's in the woods too. That's what happened to them. That stuff is getting caught up, like getting trapped in the web, and then you die. Shalom Aleichem.
From the car.
Call up the next teacher very much indeed. Y'all see others out there that we.
From the car.
Always want to live up. That's it, they think the church. It's holy and righteous name. Shabbat shalom, shalom aleichem.
Shabbat shalom, shalom aleichem.
Shabbat is holy. Shabbat is sanctified.
Right.
It's by us. People lose. God sanctified the Shabbat billions of years ago. When they first came out of Egypt. That day. I didn't celebrate that day.
Right.
We observe this day.
Right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And tomorrow is the Sabbath of the Christians.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow is the Sabbath of the Muslims.
Yes, it is.
But not for the Jews, not for the Hebrews.
That's right.
We are different.
That's
We
right.
are separate.
That's right.
We do everything different than the rest of the world.
The rest of the world.
Because we're not the same God.
No,
And you can't see our God.
no.
And He shows Himself to you, you get. So you see His face, you're going to get your heart attack.
That's right.
All other gods and the people are idols. All the other gods and people
So
are
and go.
yeah, and they're pretty.
Yeah.
They look all pretty, look nice,
Right.
and you look all feminine. Like that lady on the cross, you look all feminine. Put on a diaper.
Yeah.
But you can sneak up and bring it, your face is sitting right in this crotch. Nobody could tell me, because that brazen of yesterday.
Right.
Like you go to church every Sunday. Because I believe that stuff for one time. And yet time I go to church, I go to the book and read them. Yo, this nigga crotch is right in my face. But you don't care. Because you say he is God, you pray to him. You say all the gods of the nations of the people are idols. The work of men's hands don't mean nothing. Cast off don't mean nothing. Now, what we're gonna do, brother run loose. That's what, Genesis 1:29. Yeah, I got my girl here. I got my pension. But I'll be damned, and I'll be the son of a leprechaun. You must see any image of God, an image of stars, this, that. No more raw wood, that's it. There's no carbon in it. If you look around, those of you that are viewing, you look, you have a lot to say. A lot of negative criticism or comments ain't that right. But you do not. So you also are that idol worship. Idol worship. Someone tell you the truth. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm not here for people to like me. I'm already liked by the one I want to be liked, by God Almighty. So whether you like me or not, it doesn't make no difference. So you move your Bible just like me. You get constipated just like me. But the God that I bow and I serve, He's the one that I want to like me. That's right. Not to love me. That's right. Not no woman, not no girl. My wife's sitting over there. That's right. My wife's sitting right over there. Well, my wife knows too. I want God to love me. I'm not betting on my wife loving me. If my wife loves me, she could stop any day. I'm flipping. But God, when He loves you, God, when He loves you, it's in His power. Because He's real. Even if you go outside in His laws, right? And He loves you, go outside in His laws, and He chastises you. While He chastises you, He still loves you. He do it His love. His love don't stop. But your wife, your sons, whoever, my wife, this is not on you, she good. She good. Because guess what? She wants the same thing I want, my nigga. Same thing I want, she wants. She don't be telling people, let's go, I want to go outside for Labor Day and celebrate. Oh, my wife don't tell me that, son. My wife don't tell me that, son. That's wrong. Yeah, she's one. That's wrong. Yeah, she is one. That's wrong. And I'm not gonna go to like anything she like. That's right. No, she will walk like I walk. Like I walk. That's right. Wrong with people, son. You gonna walk like I walk. That's right. You gonna eat the way I eat. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Spotty. Well, I got it right. Well, I got it right. That's right. That's right. You're not gonna be separated. Momentum, they don't do that, huh? Men adapt and accommodate themselves to the ways of their woman. So men do. So men do. That's why you see these places like this. All I want in here is really good old men from God. I don't want no salty. I don't want no men in here that got gay tendencies. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. Man, go on back to business. It's under the Maccabees. And if we don't bring it up to this yet, that's what it is. Right. That's what it is. Right. It's just the realness. Like in Jerusalem, all the Israelites went to the exercise place. Right. These monkeys exercising naked. Yeah. Testicles jumping all over the place. Butt naked. Butt naked. But there was a crew. There was a man called Mattathias. And then he had what? He had five. He had 5 rugged sons that didn't accept nothing, no negativity. And they separated themselves and they lived in a small town called Modi, a priestly town. That's right. They separated themselves from all the Israelites. Right. I don't care how much you call yourself an Israelite and a Jew, there's a time will come when you have to observe to do nothing like that. The time will come when you have to separate yourself from the Israelites. Right. You have to separate yourself from the Israelites. That's right. Because they are all queer. Yeah, turn aside. They're turned aside. They're queer. They're growing nice long nails. What is a man doing going long nails? In Deuteronomy 25, I think it's 25, we go to war and to take a lady, take a woman, did you see a beautiful woman? I'm only leaving, you bring her home with you, the gap. You bring us with you. He said, thou shalt pierce her nails. You call your name, you change their clothes. He didn't say to pierce the man's nails.
No.
But rocking the wrong nails, the woman did. But now you're buying dudes with long nails. I even seen some of my sons with long nails. I've got my eyes on it. I've got my eyes on it. Yeah, I'm killing it. Got my eyes on it. How's it gonna watch? There'll come a time when the girl in you should wake up. And she wake up inside of you and she take possession. Then she take over. It's time for me to come out. It's time for me to come out. Yes, I'm a girl. It's time for me to come out. But she's time for me now. She's down son. You got long nails. She be polished. You know what I mean? Clothes get not tight, extremely tight. You got tight clothes and you got E-type clothes. E-type clothes. Extremely tight clothes. Extremely tight. Even though you're gonna hang on, I'm kill that. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Fact is a fact. You got bad dealers. You got bad killers. Hard as nails. You think it's a faggot, he like men, but he hard. And he's a killer. Don't tell me what he's a killer. That don't make your mind. That doesn't make your mind. Give you an example. Look, one of the most notorious killers, bloodthirsty killer in the Greek word, Alexander the Great. And they have a name called infamy. Of being vicious killer, vicious warrior. And he was a whale. Flected. And then one history book saying he used to know and study with Socrates. Socrates jerking too. Socrates stayed with him. All these guys agreed the gospel that they were queers. So tell me nothing about the warrior. You want warrior, talk about warrior? You have to go to the Old Testament. I don't want the Greeks. I don't want the Zulu and the Watusi. But the Zulu, they're the vicious warriors. When they go back to the camp, they jack each other. The same with the Spartans. Oh yeah, before they go to war, they sing, you anoint me, I anoint you. You know, like my whole body. You know what I mean? You got anointing, you put it on your damn nipples and all that stuff, son.
No.
You understand? Yes, son.
Nah.
The Greeks.
No.
And then fight vicious in their right. But I didn't make them. I didn't make them. Women fight too. I didn't make them, man.
No.
Don't make your man. Just make your man. Back then and now is the keeping and the fearing of the Almighty God. Keeping his command. But there's only one God.
That's right.
One God. And there is no image of it nowhere. There is no figuring image of it nowhere. One God. All other gods are images and likeness. Not the God of this. We're going to go to Genesis 1 for that read, my brother.
And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth.
See, no other God set rules like that. Right? God giving you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the herbs. I set the rules what God has said. Right? He set the rules. He gives you your diet and you stick to that. Alright? The minute you go outside from that diet, you're not serving God. Alright? You're not serving God. You serve whoever you want to serve. I don't care who you are. But for me, I get into my household. Me and my household. That your household going straight. You know what I'm saying? But if I can say that for me and my wife. I can only tell me and my wife, the man my way. I can't speak for my sons, my daughters, or nobody, and the rest of them. I can speak for me and my wife. God said the twain shall be one. Yeah, my wife is one. Whatever I do, by God, she gonna do it. She don't do it, and she want to go a different way or whatnot, then I break myself down and go away, then that ain't no good. God don't like it. God doesn't like it. Wife follows the man. That's what I was taught, like God, in that Old Testament book. Read about it.
God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing
He
seed,
said, behold, I give you every herb given seed.
which is upon the face of all the earth,
Upon the face of all the earth.
and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
And every tree in which the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
To you it shall be for me.
To you it shall be for me. That's fruit. And what? Say, bottom line. Fruit and vegetables. They people eat all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's take the spinach. Yeah, spinach black, man. Kale, and then flip it. And they say, no, this is vegetable pasta. They flip the spinach and the kale into noodles. My father's been doing it, and I'm not eating no crop like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating no crop like that. Look at that. I'm quinoa, I'm Congo, quinoa, Congo. Show me the book, man. We got there, I'm quinoa, Congo. What up, man? Why are we eating? We not the same people. I ain't the same people. I am the same people. The woman you married is not the same people. You hear me? You can't see eat quinoa, Congo, and all that stuff. You have to do enough head stop. You gotta stop it. You have heavy dish up in your house. That you tell her to serve the image. You know? But that's what we're for. But what those are women that God gave us for wives. You know what I'm saying? If you need a wife. So you have to go and marry this woman, you know what I'm saying? Marry this woman and get a headache. Because now you have to change her eating habits. Her eating habits have to be changed. The way she like to eat, the things she like to eat, the way she like to dress, the way she like to party, all that has to be changed. And she do not have the desire to change. You have to get up in her head. That's a hell of a job, it's a hell of a job. I bet you don't need no more sick woman at all. Very sweet. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking of another thing. Getting mad was the worst thing I like. Once that young rebellious children that you want to kill them. Yeah. I got 16 children, where are they? I got 16 chairs. I mean, I got 16 empty chairs. So where did you put my sons? What was it? That's one of the worst things I did. Get mad. I said, my wife is the worst woman. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl because she listens to you. You know what I'm saying? But the product that comes from children, well, I ain't gonna worry about them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna worry about them. Because there's a place that called, that in David called Shakat, aka commonly known as the pit. When you're in a bad guy, God and this guy, and you don't listen to God command and this guy, you die in your sins. There's a place where you go. Place of punishment. Prophet Edmund spoke about it. King David speaks about it in Psalms. And David said, oh, doesn't afflict my soul. Let it go down to the pit. Shakat. The place of punishment. That's for everyone that don't keep God command. So it ain't wise to shave up your face and try to look cute like people. It ain't wise. You could do your mustache, Safan, but not your beard. It ain't wise to take old fancy haircuts. They got one now they call Caesar. You take a Caesar, how that show that you walk in the ways of some Caesar, the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no business doing it. We didn't take haircuts in the book. No. We didn't shave in the book. No. Alright? Was a rap team. You know, raps in your rap song. Yeah. The rap team years ago, they had a song come on said, we don't wear tight clothes. We don't wear tight clothes. But the people in the world shut them down. Shut them off the radio. You ain't getting no radio play, you ain't getting nothing. Because you don't wear tight clothes, and the world wear tight clothes. Your president president wears tight clothes. The police commissioner wears tight clothes. The police, NYPD, Chicago PD, LAPD, they all wear tight clothes. Not only the tight clothes, somebody wear tight clothes, and instead of having a boxer or a drawer, they got panties. I don't even want to know panties. Panties. You want to know? These are the guys that were wrong arrested. I don't get that. I didn't give me that. I'm gonna keep the news nice. My God. Because I'm not like the people of the land. I am different to them. I am different to them. So I look different. I don't look different just beside. Tonight, tomorrow, you see me, I'm the same way. I don't wear regular clothes like the heathen wear, aka niggers. I don't do it. I don't because I'm not them, son. I'm not them. I'm different. You don't catch me out in the restaurant eating pancakes. No, I'm not. You don't catch me eating or you better turn and get them tortillas. Tortillas! Tortillas! Is that the I'm a Mexican? Tortillas out of your mind. Tortillas what? I eat what my forefathers ate in the Old Testament. That's what I eat. That's what I eat. Anything done, heathen, pagan food, abominations, eating abominations. And I don't eat abominations. I don't even need the bread of the Gentiles. I have my son make my bread. I don't go to the supermarket or visit that local bread. We got bagels here. The bagels are good. Bagels are good and some big bagels. Now you're mine. Can you show me where Abraham made bagels? God said to follow behind Abraham. That means I'm not doing my job. So I'm following behind other people. I'm following behind my woman. I'm following behind my girl. Whatever my woman like, that's what I do. No. I follow behind Abraham. You can show me where Abraham made bagels. I'm gonna eat bagels and cheese, sir. Abraham didn't eat bagels.
No.
All he got is bread. How did he get his bread? He made his own bread. So you have to make your own bread. That's it. That's simple as that. You know down California?
No.
You know down Wonder Bread?
No.
That's your mind, son.
Home fry.
Home bread. Home bread. Who eat that either? Home bread. You make your bread. They make cakes with this stuff, bro. What they got like that. That's what it is. That's what it is. Please don't.
And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb to eat, and it was so.
Every green herb, everything that creep. That means that one time everything in the earth was eating fruit and vegetables. Everything in the earth was eating fruit and vegetables. Every insect, every beast was eating fruit and vegetables. That's right. They ain't that way no more. We're going to do it. Genesis 2:29.
This 2:20. Therefore shall a man leave his family, and leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
It said, therefore, shall a man leave his family, right?
Right.
His mother and his father, and shall what?
Cleave unto his wife,
Cleave unto his wife,
they shall be one flesh.
and they shall be one flesh. Him and his wife shall be one flesh. The twain become one. You know how they become one? Because they have the same ideas, they agree on the same thing, they agree on the same God, they agree on the same diet, they agree on the wife dressing the same way the man they agree on everything. That's a marriage. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Another thing that, well, we have to talk this over, darling. Yeah, we gotta talk this over because I like this right here. You don't like it. So you gotta sit down. You gotta talk it over. They just gonna talk it over. Whatever the man says, that's what it is. The woman got a problem. She don't want to follow, she don't want to get rid of her. Go there, go on back where you go back. You and your baby both. Man can't do that today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't do that today. But you find men when you put it down. Back then, probably was heathen. He made you eat your own babies to show you that he's not with his bacon fried pimples. The Israelites ate their own children for years. For years, all during the siege of Samaria, during the siege of Babylon, they were eating their babies. And it tasted good. But, go to Genesis 15. Once they ever believe
Verse 6. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
See how easy it is to do that? You don't have to do backflips. You don't have to be an acrobat. All you have to do is believe in God. Believe God. When you believe God, you won't say God. You believe everything in that Old Testament. God. Everything. You don't question nothing. Now you're on track. Now you're on the right track. Then I run.
Right.
You believe everything in that Old Testament. Righteousness.
Right.
So we will now be counted as righteous like that. Because we don't believe God. We don't believe the Old Testament. We believe some parts. The other parts we don't believe. And the other parts is in us.
Right.
Yeah, we strange. You don't believe, man. You observe everything in here. You live in them. You don't believe it. You don't believe it. If you believe it, you believe it. You'll be afraid to sin.
Right.
You'll be afraid to do certain things. You'll be afraid to go and sit in the doggone barber shop and have that nigger bastard come to here. He's the uncircumcised man. Have him come to here.
That's right.
You'll be ashamed and afraid to go and get a shave.
That's right.
He said, Israel, Jeremiah 9, God compared Israel to the heathen. He said, Israel and the heathen are the same.
Same.
He said, the heathen are uncircumcised in their flesh, and Israel is uncircumcised in your heart. You won't make up your mind, Israel.
Same.
You gotta make up your mind.
Right.
What in the world you do this enough yet in getting an enjoyment of the Labor Day parade?
That's right.
We don't understand it. Right? Everything about you, you're no longer a Guyanese. You're no longer a West Indies nigga. You're a Hebrew now. You're it's a shame. Israel didn't got no business that in my race. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They got no business that. You have a Labor Day parade. You have a Memorial Day. Labor Day.
New Year.
You have New Year's.
Thanksgiving Day parade.
Thanksgiving Day parade. You ain't got no business with none of that. You have Fourth of July. You got no business with none of that.
Stay away from all of them.
Stay away from all those things. But they are pagan.
All things.
They are pagan. And on those days, there's a certain way people celebrate.
That's right. The things they do.
The things they do. Some have picnics. They have the picnic.
That's the course and procedure of their things that they do.
That's the
to celebrate their house.
Some on those other days they go to the beach.
Okay. Picnics.
Some go on little outskirts.
Yeah.
You have to stay away from those things. You have to stay the hell away from this, right? Stay the hell away from collateral. It's so funny. You know what I'm saying? That you wasn't doing these things before you met this girl. Remind me of Ahab. Ahab wasn't doing those things before he hooked up with Jezebel. No, you wasn't, man. Jezebel, you dropped him off, man. He didn't tell her before, I'm treating my body.
No.
I'm sitting home, treating my body, very
No.
She did that on her
He did
own.
that on her own.
And he didn't have the strength to stop her.
No.
So he accepted it. So God said, he thought it was a light thing to marry such a woman like Jezebel. Who God did to get the both of them. He made the dogs eat up, and then the dogs lick his blood. Both of them died. So you ain't got no business following your wife, your girlfriend, whatever she is to you, into ungodly pagan service.
That's right.
You can't do that.
That's right.
That's what they had to do. Especially today. Everybody's into paganism. Everybody that their grandmother is in. Forget I was into it. But I found out that the God of the cross just an image.
Deeds, huh?
Deity, just an image. That's what it is. That's what I found out during the years of me worshiping this bastard. They call him a bastard now because I know that I'm scared of it. At first I was scared of it. The damn image. He ain't gonna bust a grip.
No.
But they ain't scared of him no more. He's just an image. He's a bastard. A freak. You know, see, look at him, he's naked. Got a diaper. He's got a diaper. That's why you see for them things are pedophile. Makes them little children, little babies, that exist so much in that world. They exist so much in that world. They condone it. Pedophilia. You look in the Hebrew Bible, the King James, first the Bible, the Hebrew Bible. You don't see nobody in there violating no babies, man.
No.
You don't see nobody in there messing with babies, man. No, messing with babies, man.
No.
Get out of here, man. You don't see that in there. But now it's predominantly. I mean, major thing in those churches.
That's right.
The churches, the Catholic Church, mainly in there. The cardinals, they're heavy into it. The Pope, all that is into it. All those, most of those churches, Baptists, Methodists, most of them are into that. Pedophilia. You don't see it in the Old Testament. That's why today, nobody wants to live by the laws of the Old Testament. The teachers in the churches is that those laws are abolished. They was abolished, and the New Testament came in to replace those laws.
He believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
Okay, you have to believe God. When you believe God, you do everything God says. You got to believe Him. Even among the Israelites, they don't believe Him. They don't believe Him. But if they believe God, they will stop eating blood. People eating blood, man. The Israelites like peace and blood. I told him personally myself, that you got a soul, you need to get the blood out. He said, no, you don't have to. I said, well, no. How do I get it out? So, they put it on the body group grill, and I said, drilling it, the blood would drip out. That's a lie. You have to get that blood out.
That's right.
That's a lie. Blood don't drip out like that.
No.
You have to get that blood out. The part was neck and drip, the back.
That's
Not that blood.
Not the blood. It
Just cocaine, you have to get that blood out. So the people are eating blood. And in the book, the way of one will got the blood out, I'm going to show you right now. Go to Leviticus 17. Leviticus 17. They used to go hunt
Third, you get the animal, you hang the animal up. The animal will be completely dirty after. Why you did about is fucking up? The blood leaked out. That's need to drain all that blood on the animal. And all that blood that leaked out on the animal, pass on to another life. He's dead. You know what I'm saying? You have to drain that blood out. You have to drain that blood out. Today, people say you ain't gotta do that. They don't do it by itself. You don't eat blood. That ain't nothing coming out by itself. Nothing coming out by itself. Today you find the Israelites eating blood. They eat fat. You know what I'm saying? They will use spices in the book, but certain spices we didn't use. You know what I'm saying? They eating curry goat. I'm not eating no curry goat. As simple as that. I am not Jamaican. I am not Barbadian. I am not from Guyanese.
That's right.
Carlo, get me here.
That's right.
You know, jam curry goat. Get the hell out of here, nigga. I eat no curry goat, son.
That's right.
If I'm gonna eat goat, I'm gonna eat the way Abraham ate. Abraham, all he did was dry roast. That's it. He didn't listen to no curry. Then he used all spices.
No.
And curry is one spice that he used. The curry is a spice that came up in the island, the West Indies. And they got it from India. I ain't no damn West Indian. You understand that thing?
That's right.
I'm not a West Indian. I am not an Indian, and I am not from the West. Alright? So get off me, man. Get off me. I'm Hebrew, man. And I ain't no American either. Get off. I'm saying, son, I ain't no damn Indian. Oh, I'm a West Indian. You know, I'm a Caribbean. You're an idiot. I'm not no Caribbean either. I don't go from Caribbean. No, I'm a Jew. I'm an Hebrew. God disposed me. I'm a forefather out of the land because of our sins. As a result of that, I live here in this penal colony called America. America is a penal colony, a penal institution where I live, man. This is where I live. Because of my sin, God condemned me. My forefather was brought to the shores of this place in ships, shackled in the bottom of stinking slave ship. As a result of that, this is where I live. In America. No, I'm not no West Indian. I'm not what I got to get with you. I want to get back home to this. I want God to accept me back home to the land of Israel. But I want God to accept me back home to the land of Israel. I have to start walking in His ways and keeping His commandments and walking the way that God wants me to walk.
Right.
That's what I got to do. Other than that, I'm not going back there. And there is no privilege now.
Yeah.
They don't know, well, I'm going home. Going home. Well, we went home. There's nobody going over there.
Nobody going over there. From here to the grave.
From here to the grave.
That's it.
The temple is not going to be built either.
No. No.
Not now.
No, not now.
Yes, the tabernacle is still there. The tabernacle is attached. What is it? Jeremiah 32. On Sinai. But right there, not even this. You know what it is? Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. I see it. It's huge. It's huge. Tabernacle was huge, man. That place is over there going to the holy place. We did the holy places. Inside the tabernacle. It's huge.
Right.
We're not going home right now.
No.
You have to die first. After you die, you'll be worthy. You have lived a worthy and clean life. Now, according to God's law, a worthy and clean life, according to God's law, when you die, you will be quickened.
Right.
Like David said. David says that the Lord will quicken him and raise him up at the depths of the earth.
He will do the same for us. But you have to live a righteous life. You gotta stop sinning. If you take haircuts, nigga, you're sinning. If you shave your head, nigga, you're sinning. You gotta stop sinning. In the Old Testament, God speaks against haircuts and shaving. And if you do it by God, you're sinning. Alright? There is no two ways about it. Plain and simple. You are sinning. You are sinning. And sin, you're sinning, you're a sinful soul, you're not getting it. The time of Samuel and Saul, God sent a message to Samuel. He said, go and tell Saul to kill these sinners. He's the God that hates iniquity. He hates sin. So our own job is to try your best and fight to stop sinning. What is sin? Anything that we do against God is sin. It is not in the Old Testament. The time that we eat, the time that we eat, if we eat food, that's not in the Old Testament, not prescribed sin, you sin.
Right. That's right.
Each time, each time you eat spaghetti, you sin. Each time you eat ZD, cabrón de mierda, you sin. Each time you eat noodles, you sin. I don't know that we my children, my wife, you sin.
That's right.
God didn't give you that, man. You know when God works, you say, like, damn noodles and meatball. Gosh, it's a king's meat, man. That's what's wrong with young people. That's what's wrong with them. And that's because you have a vision from God. You decide you're doing things right. Yeah. Was Balaam doing things right?
Oh, no.
Balaam was just straight up and wild.
No, that's it.
And God appeared to Balaam and spoke to him. He had a vision of God. So that don't mean to say you're righteous, man. People need to wait to heaven. That don't mean to say you're right, man. That don't mean to say you're right. But he appeared and talked to Balaam. Balaam wasn't right. So stop the damn dreaming, man. You read the book that you're wrong. God didn't give you that sleep. Where you got that from? Where you got that from? You eating garbage. You damn vegan, cuckoo, whatever that is, damn called, some kind of weird name, man. I don't eat that, man. God says, sanctify yourself. You know what he said?
Right.
And be holy. Get that. So they have to say, I am sanctified.
Oh.
I am sanctified. My wife, she ain't sanctified yet, but she will be sanctified. You know what I'm saying? Because she's going to be highly pressure. She will be pressurized by me. But that's go. That's go. That is something this night. That's go. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I ain't saying nothing wicked. I ain't saying nothing about it. I said it. I said it's proud. Proud. It's going to be a problem. So whatever problem from home, you need it. But see like that. I don't eat spaghetti and noodles. I don't eat none of that. So I can give it that. Spaghetti and noodles made by man. Same as quinoa and all them funny kinky food, you know what I'm saying? Made by man.
Leviticus 17, verse 12. Therefore, I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood.
No soul of you shall eat blood. No, it's the Israelites.
Right.
None of them should eat blood. Right. So we can't eat no blood either.
No.
Okay? If you eat the meat in the house, you gotta soak your flesh. Alright? If you eat on the streets, like most Israelites do, they like to eat at restaurants.
Yeah.
You can't eat no meat.
No.
You can't eat no meat. I don't even eat, even if I soak my flesh, I'm not eating. But there's another law that forbid me from eating. See, I'm sanctified. Only way you're sanctified, you can do stuff like that. I don't eat blood, I don't eat meat.
Right.
Why I don't eat meat? Because God says you should not eat something that died of itself.
Right.
Then you take your big prayer, you say, Nevela Terefa.
Right.
Nevela Terefa, cabrón. Nevela is the focus, right? Terefa is torn, ripped apart.
Right. That's right.
That scarlet that died like other animals.
That's right.
I don't eat that, so I don't eat flesh. I don't know the carcass died, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't know if it got ripped apart by other animals. So I don't eat no flesh.
That's right.
No kind of flesh.
That's right.
Chicken and turkey are scavengers.
That's right.
Chicken is of the terrified dinosaurs, turkey is a buzzsaw.
That's right. Don't specify the clean birds.
Don't care about the clean birds. Only clean birds that God mentioned that book because you see them usually offering pigeons, doves, quail. Again, what squirrels in the wilderness, that's good. Now these niggas got turkey, they got beef, they got amen. But that's them. That only proves them to be heathens and Gentiles.
That's right.
They are heathens and Gentiles.
That's right.
You can't go to an Israelite home and say, you did.
No.
You better not.
Not me.
You better not.
Not me.
And tomorrow, today Shabbat, if you have a big meal, just put that in today.
Very big notice.
You know when they have it tomorrow? Sunday. They have it tomorrow, Sunday. I have been to Israelite house on Sunday. I have been to Israelite house on Sunday and smelled it.
That's right.
The rice and peas. That's it. I smell the chicken. I smell the steak. Potato salad, lettuce and tomatoes. I smell all that. And that's the same dish that my mother and father used to make when I was in the church.
Yeah.
That's a church people dish. All church people, we have a big meal on Sunday.
Yeah.
Everybody have a big meal on Sunday. Sunday dinner. The whole world eats Sunday dinner. Except the sanctified ones.
They still
I
come
will
together.
raise my hands.
They still come together on Sunday.
It's still, I will raise my hand. This household right here, this household right here, sanctified with God. I don't know about your house. I don't know about your house. You do my son-in-law. You a damn thing, son. I know nothing. My daughters and sons go one way and the rest. They go and get married and evil. This is what they want to do. So I don't know nothing. I only know this. You're like, yeah. This house is no something. In this house, you see, it's no picture from the damn wall. No, hang on. Not on this wall. No, look at it. You ain't gonna see no images.
No.
No. You're gonna see no Indian images. Nowhere in this house. Nowhere in this house.
Nope. I don't know.
So therefore, I'm highly restricted. Okay? Of who come into my house to stay. So like that, for me, I want to put in that. So we got there, and we go. Church your back. That's the church your back. You want to spend that here? I already had more respect than here. Family too, son. This nigga got images in his bag. And I didn't know that all hands were pushing here on Friday night. The wrath of God came up in here on Friday night. Police broke my door off with it. Come up in here. I said, why is this happening? And I found out after God showed me this nigga have an image in there. God hates images. Deuteronomy 16, that's it. He hates images. And we have to hate too. Whatever God hates, we gotta hate.
That's right.
Not because he's your brother, you gonna walk him through the same thing you know. Your brother could be an old bastard. Your son could be one of them. My son could be one of them. I got 8 boys and 8 girls, son. I got 8 boys, where are they? I got 2 here. I told y'all the top 2 brothers. Rest of them, they do their own thing. They have other gods. You hear me, my lady? Rest of them, they got their own gods. Got their own gods. After a while, my clean holy too. David and I both. 17, 86, and who did he claim at his son? Bathsheba. Jemwa, Shobal, and Nathan, and Salma. Those are 4 sons of Bathsheba. Okay, look here. When at the dead there, who was there with him? Those 4 sons, and Bathsheba, and his mighty men. That's it. The rest of his son was on some crap, talking about taking over some throne or something. As a Niger. Because you can't count all your sons. You can't count all your sons. You know what I'm saying? You get no noise. I got people here set up. The rest of them out there, yeah, you're hard. You going off to live, you do this, you kill a bishop top, you kill a brick, you kill a brick, around a piece of iron, you know, be hard and mean and whatnot, but you don't fear God. Yeah, kill a brick, son, around a piece of iron. You know what I'm saying? But it scares yourself. But the nigga don't fear God, keep his commandments. That's your defeat. You could be killers. You could be nasty to gun and everything. God don't fear. Not to do nothing. But you need the fear of God. You don't have the fear of God. That's the fact. You'll get a problem. You'll get a problem. You will have a serious problem when you die. When you die. You understand what I'm saying? What the world?
Woe to the world.
What is the bloody world? You know what word war underneath? War, trouble, hell, war in the world and what?
And that dwell therein.
That's us. That's us. So why is Israelite niggas walking around? And I said, Shalom, brother, how you doing? He said, "Blessed." He said, "Blessed." Somebody strike it. Blessed. I am blessed. He said he's blessed. They must not Christian.
Yeah.
These niggas are Christian.
That's right.
Most of the Israelites don't convert to Christianity. They are Christians. Oh, they are Christians. You see, that God see the show to me that the God of God. Look at Solomon and dedication of prophet Solomon. I say, leave and stretch forth his hand to the heavens. That's how we pray. David said, when he stretched forth his hand to the heavens, that's how we pray. But now, they got a new way they pray. Look at it. Look at it. Look at me, man. Again. Another way. This is Muslim.
That's Muslim. Yeah.
This right here is Christian. I'm Muslim. This is Christian.
That's right.
Yeah, like this is Christian. This is Christian. All those different pastors, denominations determine which God to bring.
That's right.
All those pastors are Christians, are Muslim, and Islamic pastors, and you are praying to a Christian God, and a Muslim God. The Hebrews, stretch for their hands. Stretch for their hands. All you prostrate your face. Fall your face. That's the Hebrews. Anything other than that, you are praying to idols.
That's right.
That's all the Israelites. The pastor means something. The pastor determines who you're praying for, praying to, and the God of love.
Right.
All the Israelites today, they are Catholic and Christian. All of them. Everyone. That's when you go to the house and eat. All you. One brother called them Niggerites. They are Niggerites, not Israelites, Niggerites.
And whatsoever man there be, of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunted and catcheth any beast, or fowl that may be eaten, he shall either pour out the blood thereof, cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh.
You Israel, you don't eat no blood. Then make sure you stay away from that blood.
Right.
If you buy meat and steak, you gotta get that blood out. But if you have any wisdom, you're not gonna eat no meat unless you know how to eat diet. Otherwise, diet. Otherwise, diet. The better will learn from it. You have to know how to diet. Israelites don't go by that.
No.
You know why? They're heathen. And the main lifestyle is the lifestyle of fight. A lot of fights in Israel. They won't come and tell me. I dare one of them to come and tell me, God, you what? I will punch you. I'm gonna bring up this that happened in your life among your people that you know is punk is. But if you ain't no punk, what you do is going in a strip joint Not doing a strip joint, a male strip joint. The strip joint where only men get naked and dance. No women strip. Alright? He preferred it when it's male or female strip. Right? But if I go to a strip joint, I'm gonna go to the woman room. And if she's stripping, I'm gonna go to the room like I'm excited dancing or something like that. Okay? But then when you go to a strip joint, we're not for men. And the men strip and dance for men. There's something very, very kinky about that. This is where the people go. Israel. Yeah. That place still in the basement. It's called Low Down Brown. You know, damn business money there, son. Low Down Brown. Yeah, still there. It's still there. I don't go in places like that. No. I don't like looking at that naked stuff. You know, if I like looking at that naked, what I do, I'll go home and get naked. I'll go in the mirror. I look at myself. Since I like looking at naked man figures. Yeah. Get out of here, man. I'm not doing a joke like that. No. And then I'm not even looking at myself. But if you look at yourself naked, it's gonna freak you out. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're gonna be going to get freaked out, son. No, I'm not doing that either. I'm gonna do the normal way, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob did. He said there was no iniquity born in you. No sin is born in there. So that's the way I gotta walk, and that's the way I gotta bend my spirit over and rule my spirit to walk like that. Yeah.
And every soul that eateth that was God. And every soul that eateth that was God in itself, or that which was torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, be unclean unto the evening.
When you eat something like that, you gotta wash your clothes and
Right.
Like wash your bread, it's all right.
Right.
Yeah, to eat. But you ain't gonna do that, it's all first. You gotta know if it died with somebody, you don't know. You go to the pawn shop, but it's beach store, and buy your steaks. You don't know.
No good.
You don't know and you don't care.
Yeah, please.
He shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean unto the evening, then shall he be clean.
That's what makes you holy and sanctified. To sanctify yourself, you be what? Holy. You have to sanctify yourself. You don't sanctify, you're not holy. I sanctify myself, son. But I only eat food that's in that food. That's right. I don't eat no cakes on the damn food. I only dress the way God said to dress. Except when I'm in the beautiful robe, that's what I rock. Every day, I got this on down. Yo, when the sun go down, it's a wet one, man. When the sun go down, I take my thermometer off, it's not sleepy gone. I got sleepy gone. Some that are sleeping. I take this off and I put my robe on to sleep. Yes, they don't. I don't sleep in pajamas. I don't sleep in my underwear. I don't sleep in no jeans. I don't sleep in none of that. I sleep in my robe. Like Jethro, Christian Lichan did. I sleep in my robe. Like that. And this other thing with the root. Alright. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas did. I sleep in my robe like David did. Because I am them. I want to be them. So when I die, I want God to look at my spirit as them. So as an American, you know?
No.
That's why I don't drive. I don't rock PG, son.
No.
If I was to get God send me out another wife and have that little baby, little son, I'll be damned if I want to rock PG.
No.
You understand that? I'm gonna rule my house. I hope go back up. I'm gonna rule it. And she's gonna do what I say. But it's gonna be bloody there. Straight off the top. I'm gonna turn into an idiot. My son ain't wearing no PJs. They ain't celebrating no damn, Labor Day, Memorial Day. There's no people lie. There's none of that, son. There's none of that. You can show me what they got together and say, Old Testament, and I will do it. Other than that, they will bring it to me. It's a matter of fact for them. Sometimes you meet your woman, right? You don't wait till you go in and have sex with her, so have sex with her 20 times before you start saying, no. By the time you meet her, look up and say, wow, why you dressed that way? Why you dress so much this and that? I'm a Hebrew, I'm an Israelite. He said, I gotta tell you some more things. Let me tell you some more things about you, about the book. He started going into it. You run the lifestyle, bro. The lifestyle that you embrace and that you go by. The book that you go by, right? Before you have sex with her, no sex. No sex. No sex. I know sex. Until she agrees to go by what you said. Sure. Now she doesn't agree to go by what you said. There's no sex, and you go about your business. Because you don't worship sex. That's right. No, you don't do that. But today, that's what people worship. Worship sex like it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look at this place. Only one man here with his wife. Isaiah 2, if I read. What is going on? But that's really that what? These men here, you know what? These are the men that have decided to be true men. True men. The wife don't want to go, so guess what? These are true men that stand up before God by themselves, which is coming. The rest of them, with the wife, they out there. That's not supposed to interfere with your lifestyle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why he says good. What's that? Holy set apart. Holy, right? Sanctification. Holy. Set apart to the service of God. Sacred. Characterized by perfection and transcendence. Spiritually pure, godly. Transcendence. Exceeding usual limits. Surpassing. Rising above or going beyond the limit of the universe or material existence. What is the universe live? At the end, you'll see sanctification. I'll show you sanctification. How many verses is it?
40, 47.
Are you going to make it the 40?
So the end, yeah.
Yeah, what's that? So therefore, he said, sanctified.
Verse 44.
Leviticus 11, verse 44.
For I am the Lord your God.
Therefore, I am the Lord your God.
You shall therefore sanctify yourself.
Ye shall therefore sanctify yourself,
and ye shall be holy.
And ye shall be holy. So when you sanctify yourself, that's when you become holy. Sanctify yourself in separation. When you sanctify yourself, you can get white. You're going to sanctify yourself with you. Huh? No, she's not. That's why you may wind up by yourself. That's right. Well, that's split. That's separation. But she never sanctified with you. And for you to get her to sanctify and do some of the things, do the things that sanctification calls for, you're going to have to put your foot down, and there's a whole lot of stress and headache. A whole lot of opposition. When we have this canvas head woman, most women today, their head up like canvas. You know canvas? Oh, okay. It makes cycle for horses out of that. Canvas head. That's what they got. That's what we got. You try to flip her around to walk in your way, you're going to wind up very sick. So it's best you leave. So the person, when you meet her, going into her and having sex, is not the first thing that you do. No, sex is the last thing that you do when you meet this woman. The sex is the last thing that you do. To get that sex business after she agreed to walk in the ways of God and follow behind you, do the thing you said, then she gets that to get that treat. You give her that treat, that treatment. Now you're welcome to this. Come, I will take you into the blue room and I will sex you off because you agreed to walk and live in the ways of my God. Other than that, you ain't getting no sex, lady. None of that, and I'm gonna chase you off house. Simple as that. But you can't accept other things like that. When you accept things like that, then you gone. You gone. It's just a matter of time before you start changing. The things that you used to do that was most godly, you gonna start changing, man. You gotta start changing. You are through. You don't do that. You have to put your foot down first. No agreement to sanctify, no agreement to go by the laws of my God, no sex. Forget about it. And I better not catch you creeping up in my bed either. Well, men they worship sex, ain't that right? They worship that. You don't know that, they don't even know that once you start worshiping that, you have another God. There's a sex God. There's a sex God among the heathen. You have another God, man. You have to worship and do the same thing these men did. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, look towards Abraham. They called him alone. And that's what we look towards. Abraham. And no other brother in this. Abraham. That's right. I look towards Abraham and I follow David somewhere. To David. Follow from David somewhere. David was righteous before God. You know what I'm saying? Righteous before God. He tells us all about the pit. Face of punishment, where he's going, where the whole world is going, but they do not keep God's commandments. That's right. That's where you're going. That's right. Don't keep God's commandments when you die. You will be visiting this place called the place of punishment, and you will be a permanent resident. It's called the pit. Right. Shakat. You will be a permanent resident here. And if you don't believe it, that only substantiates that you are really going there. But don't believe it. If you believe it, you will begin to do something to take you out of that stock, to take you out of that area, because you don't want to go there. You believe it, you will start doing the commandments. You will start doing the commandments. You will start eating the diet of what God gave you. Right. You will start wearing the clothes of what God gave you. Right. There is no other dish that you're supposed to eat that you could eat out of the dishes that's in you. That's right. Yes, they ate corn. You can't take the corn and flip it into something else. So they ate this only corn. No. That is your dish. That's your dish. And you don't think it's your dish, open the book and show them. Everything that I eat, you find there fruits, vegetables, and then cakes of flour and water, which is bread, cheese. Cheese of kind, you cook cheese. With water, apple juice, that's about it. That's my diet. Every day I eat kale. I eat greens every day. When I get tired of the greens, I go to fruits. I go to blueberry and blackberry and bananas. I eat that every day. When I get tired of that, I go back to the kale, greens again. Back and forward. That's it. If you can adapt your sick, corrupt mind to do that or to eat that way, you are a prime candidate and you are going with it. Place of punishment. When you take a woman out there for wife, you have to realize that the woman you are taking, she's a heathen. Okay? When you took her and picked her up, she had already had another God. The universal God of the heathens is that nigger on the cross. So when you pick her up, the first place you have to go is not in between her legs, her vagina. No, that's the last and ultimate place. The first place you have to go is up in her head. Right. That's where all idolaters and all information is stored in the head. That's where you have to go. But she has to stop worshiping that image on the cross. The love that she has for that image has to be out. And that's her job. Because you picked up the daughter of a strange God. You have no business picking that up. You're supposed to make sure that she's straight first. Then all of a sudden you pick up this woman, she's the daughter of a strange God. She has your sons, your daughters, whatever. You're going to teaching them about birthdays. You don't do birthdays, but the babies can get taught to do that. Birthdays, 4th of July, they want to be popping firecrackers, they want to do that too. All all those heathen and pagan holidays they're gonna honor. On Christmas, she's gonna be doing it too. You could honor and respect Christmas in so many different ways. So you don't have to have a tree.
Nope.
To get Christmas carry certain colors. The certain Christmas colors, nigga. Those colors, you don't want to have those colors in your house. Yes. You don't want to have those colors.
Same color as Gucci.
Same color of what?
A lot of Gucci products.
Gucci?
Gucci, name brand Gucci. A lot of
Same
big colors.
color. That's what it is.
Those colors. Green and red.
Green and
A
red.
lot of their stuff.
They have that, man. They have that. You know what I'm saying? That the heathen have is observed in colors, is observed going places, picnics, coming together, certain places,
Gatherings.
and the gatherings denominate the celebration. Like Labor Day, Memorial Day, people come together. Labor Day, Memorial Day, and people come together. Have barbecues. 4th of July, another day. People come together and have barbecue. Go on vacation. You know what I'm saying? You don't go on vacation on those days. You want to go to Atlantic City, nigga, you should go before or after 4th of July. Before or after Christmas. Before or after New Year. Not on your wife's birthday. Not on your birthday. A birthday is not a celebration for the Hebrews.
No.
Alright? The birthday in the Old Testament, the only man that celebrated the birthday back then was with Pharaoh. In Genesis 40 chapter, he celebrated his birthday. Pharaoh of Egypt. You don't see Abraham doing his birthday. You don't see Isaac doing his birthday. None of these men doing their birthday. And we have to try to know ourselves to live, walk like the men in that Old Testament. Other than that, before God we are Gentiles. Before God we are heathen. Forget that thing. But I don't do anything heathen. I don't dress like that. I don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't worship him. I don't do nothing like that. That's a perverted way of life. I was raised in that way of life of being a Gentile, a heathen. I was raised as a Catholic. I came up as a Catholic, a Roman Catholic. I said, God sent me, showed me, called me, showed me the way wherein I should go, and He wanted me to go. Now, I'm no longer a Catholic. I'm no longer a Catholic. Catholicism is full of a whole lot of purpose. That church, those churches, especially the cathedral. The cathedral, trying to find that catedral. The cathedral, oh God. I used to go to church every Sunday. Every Sunday. Yes, I like to worship and go to church and everything. But my main thing is one is to really pick up girls, son. You sit down in the church, the service is going on, but girls are men sitting the same there. Yo, man, you sitting down there? And they come there and the padre, yeah. Even these stuff. Like this is not your son. Yo, man, you in church, son. You know what I'm saying? Why are you drinking a rose? Why are you a rose? Beside you is a nice cute, nice little pretty girl. She's sitting on beside you, her legs on you. She's looking at you. What are you doing with your pants crossed? Look here, man. Church! Church! If somebody doesn't tell you, I'm going to read it. I said, look here, and you look at something. I said, you got 50 church. You got 50 church. That's how you became aware. You were in church. You were normal. You were normal when you stopped going to church. You got 50 years by the preacher. So what are you telling me? I was here with you. And I'm going to share some pieces. I'm going to see that world. And the very first 19.
Leviticus chapter 19. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy.
These are suggestions. These are suggestions. There is shall be holy. Then say, I read one place, it said, holy beings, praise be daily. So when you pray daily, you pray, praise you pray. Right. When you do that daily on a daily basis, that will turn you to holy. So it's holy, right? And that's the only way he will accept you. That's right. You can't be no regular nigga that's on your prayer. Can you sing your prayer, son? That's why niggas myself don't want to pray with you. Because the niggas want to come out. You know what I'm saying? You want it's HIV. What the niggas do is HIV. You don't want HIV. You have to live a certain way for God to accept your prayer. The certain way you gotta live. I don't want no HIV praying with me. But you're not praying with me, nigga. You got HIV, you're not praying with me. Go pray with your son. Go pray on the HIV, go pray with your woman. But she's a major HIV. All the women are major HIV. They don't want you to come back to the HIV. You have to break that woman. Just like you have to break yourself. If you don't break yourself, you ain't gonna never serve. He said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all their heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might. There is no room for that stinking fraud we got. There is no room for it. There is no room for God. So this one. Well, you ain't gonna love him like that, God. You gonna love him like that. You have to break yourself down. And if you don't break yourself down to nuts, you will never love him. These words shall be in your heart. And if you get it in your heart, you ain't gonna forget it. And if it's in your heart, you're gonna teach it every day. You're gonna teach it to yourself. Say, your mind, because your mind is there. It's there. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's why you see, I have to live with myself. Right. I stop betting my money with regular niggas. Because I ain't no regular nigga, sir. I'm different. Different. All these young people be different. They will involve themselves in these things. I eat different to you. I don't eat spaghetti and meatball. You understand? Right. I don't eat all those dishes. I don't. The dishes that I eat come under the Old Testament. Blueberries, blackberries. I eat kale, beans, strawberries. Bread, I make my own bread. See, I stop eating the bread at the store. I live in the bread of the truth, I live in eating no more. So what? It's a wise man change the world. A wise man change what? A damn fool never change. What with that one time? But no, it ain't no good for me. But I don't step up to the level. Higher level. More stairs. I don't need to count break the book. No more. No one. You make my bread, you make my bread. What do you try to me that Esau was so cool? Esau, he said, live with Esau. What do you make my bread? Yeah. I do not eat the bread of the Gentiles. I don't eat it. That's my bread. You know why? Because I am different. I'm different. The only thing will make you the same as me, that's to adopt my way, adapt to the way in that book. Your way is gotta be consistent. You have to like the same thing in that book. That's not God. Until then, you are most ungodly, you're evil, and you're wicked. If you don't wait, the way it's not like the way men in that book. He said, only beings praise thee daily. Are you holy? No. No, you try. You do anything to do what God somebody else. You try. You don't dress the way you dress, you dress every day. You try. Yeah. When you go to sleep, you sleep in PJs like a little Greek faggot. You try. Pajamas? Or today, they're gonna use pajamas. They sleep in their pants. In your pants? The gentle boy sleep in their pants?
No.
What the root and go on them? Don't you let them like gentle like boy sleep? The end of his robe. Then he can't have no goddamn tight jeans on, nigga. And she gonna take the end of the tight jeans and go like that. That don't work. So all you wear them tight jeans, you got queer in you. You are a queer. It's inside of you, built in inside of you. You know what I'm talking about. I've seen these little folks laid up in there. Yeah. There was a brother, but then they got, rough dude, I ain't gonna tell you. You know, I'm not telling you what. Rough dude. Trap guns and everything, buses, guns and everything. After Prince Shabbat died, good 5 years now. Still, like, you know what? Guess what? He married to a man, so what? And he wore the tightest pants in the year. He was so damn tight, you could see the crack of it behind him there. Being tight. I know what that is. That he's married to a man. Right? Israelites men marrying to men. So don't play that macho business around me, son. I want you macho if you respect everything God said. No, I want you macho. Because once you respect everything God said, and all right, son, you're not going to lay down and get in the bed with that kind of mouth. Sorry, baby. Sorry. You're not going to lay down and get in the bed with another man. You're a nasty bastard. You're not going to do that. You're not going to go in the shower and ladder up yourself with soap, sir. You know what come after that? You ain't going to do that. You ain't going to get in the bed with no man. But you want to do that, you have to do God. And respect everything God said. When you do that, now you're good. But if you do that, you ain't going to dress that regular way and then think like you will dress the way God said it. You dress the way your father. But nobody do follow the father. Everybody wants to follow fashion. Fashion was put out there by fads. All right, I want to. That fashion people wear today, skinny jeans, Morocco man put that up. Fags. All you wear it, you got tendencies. I don't care how much God wants you live, you got tendencies. But I've seen the punk live inside of people and they're turn over 50, 55, 58, old punk. Next thing he start coming out. He just died in penny. Died in penny. Died in penny. You hear me? Man never go along there. They didn't go along there. He said, when you go to war, and you see a beautiful woman, and you start, you can go home. So you want to take her home and do what? You pare her nails, change her clothes. If you pare her nails, you cut her nails. So it's only broad go along there. Women, these women didn't go along there. That's when they feed on them.
No, can't do that.
No, they didn't go along there. So those are things that I look at. People not. You know, why men like to do certain things. Men are supposed to do that. That's what. Alright, sir. I will sit down and I will sit down and so don't keep yourself thinking that you kill, put this way. This one. There are a lot of faggots out here, right? And they are killers too. I don't know. You go to jail. Yeah, there are faggots. I heard about one in jail. They used to call Mother Dear something like that. Yeah, Mother Dear. That ain't got killed. Huh? He's a killer. So that don't mean nothing. If you go to that don't mean nothing. Hard, that don't mean nothing. You walk, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. What do you delight? What do you do? What do you like? You like looking at boys? You like playing with yourself at night? You like making that? What do you do? Like, what's in your heart? What's in your heart? A certain things in our heart, we will not reveal it. All that one, that's what they will reveal it. Alright? So, let's get ourselves young. So, listen, right? So, what it is. Well, guess what? You know, I've got 16 kids, you know. These packets are 8 men, 8 girls. Where are they? They're serving their own God. They're doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing. They're not here. Who was me or everybody wanted us to set it up? What we do? Some of the heard that, I mean, that's it. What we do, we get to set it up. That's what it is, man. The rest of them, you can serve your images and do you. And that's your life. For me, like you see, so, as for me, my girl right there, my wife, that's right. My shorty, that's my shorty. That's my cutie, nigga. Yeah, she my shorty, she my cutie, nigga. My cutie, nigga. Cause you do what I'm saying. She ain't no trick ass broad, son. She abandoned all her ways. You know what I mean? She abandoned all her ways. She abandoned every one of them. So you have to be. You look at me. Are you sure? I said, yes, baby, you got to do it.
One shot
Abandon it.
One shot deal.
I said, one shot deal.
One shot deal.
One shot deal. That's my girl. All right? My shorty. She's here with me side by side. Don't forget. Don't forget. What do you want emotion? Right? Who was the first one there? Me. Also, you also. We ever miss a Shabbat?
No.
We ever got there late?
No.
We were the ones that said to wake everybody up, make everyone get dressed and get to the shower. And that's the same way your father wants to make a doctor to a silver bumper. Alright? And after that, keep all that big crowd there. Your father took the 237 Buffalo. I was the only one survived that captive.
Right.
The only one survived. Everybody else turned the niggas. You never know them. We were the only one up here on time early. Right? We survived that. Everybody else in there turned the niggas. I warned them, but they wouldn't listen. And in this one year, yeah, this one year, you being my son or being my father, that ain't gonna save you, you know. You have to be a part of this. This one year, I only see 3 men. But when I get ready to start in the morning, it's only 2 years. Give my name. Used to be more, you know, right? But these niggas get mad at me with their father. How can you find room to get mad at your father? You bastard! You bastard! You ate my bread, baby. You was a little top like him, nigga. You look your father, your mother for everything. Now you think you're grown. You think you're grown. You get mad at your father. Ain't that something? Ah, Maribel. Marita. Marita. Queers. You won't get mad at your father. And you ain't got the heart to step to God in that way. Take it to God. Take it to God and make vows with God. Do what men do. Do what godly men do. That's what they did in that song. That's a song that David and the men did. You know what I'm saying? Godly men do that. Take it to God and make vows to God and keep it from my life. I like it on my face. That's the only reason I ain't killed a couple of them sons. I ain't got one with the cold. I don't want to big dox. I have to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got my perfect son. I got to keep my wife with me. So when I won't see you with me, I won't leave that son. There's no son supposed to square us on up this farm. Niggas that do that deserve to die. Don't do that. You think you're hard, go out there and make a name for yourself in the street. Ain't that right? Let me hear that some places do right up in the bank or something. You know what I'm saying? Right up in the bank and made it out with it. Or when they're going to tell you, say, man, oh, Jonathan, what? Hey, Jonathan, I didn't know you had anything on heart. What do you think, son? You know what I'm saying? You can't be no killer in your father's house. And I'm like, this is my house. This is my house or my wife's house. Any one of my young sons will come up here acting like they're killers. But this is mine. This ain't yours, nigga. I don't come to your house and do it. If I go to your house, I'm gonna humble myself there. Because it ain't mine. It's yours. You don't come up here doing that, man. So one day I'm gonna kill you behind these walls. But the next, they listen and they let. They need to listen. They need to listen. Now, this is one evil right here. I don't tolerate things from my children. In America, they do. In America, they do. The grown-ups. But when it comes to little babies like that, they're killing them. They're killing the poor little babies. And the grown-ups, they're taking their junk from them. But I don't kill babies. I'll take care of them. But the old sucker want to come up in my house and act like he pay the rent every month. I sit down here with my wife. We are gray-headed. I'm the boss your head to pay the light. Yeah, here comes this faggot. You don't pay nothing, man. You want to go in there walking out. Do what? So you're not having that here. Nah, not having that here. I'm not having that here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what you Hashem. You sleeping? Hashem. I say, like he said, sanctify thyself and be you one. Oh, that's a command, right? So if you don't sanctify yourself, every day of your life that you are not sanctified, you sin before God. And your sin is going and them little bastard children that you say you love. Yes, your children are bastards. This is not no marriage, is not one side of it. You say that my wife, she has to say that no. Ain't no thing. That's my wife. It's only you saying. She ain't saying. The one side, there's some gangster business here. So guess what? You're not black. The bastards. Well, good with it. What? I made you the bishop before God and what? And man. God what? Faithful. Before that, I did it God with. All right, guys? Sure?
That's it. That's right.
All right, good son. All right, that's son. What do you want? You don't get weak, you. All right, you. Don't get weak. Don't get weak. Space is full of people. Mainly my family. Niggas got weak or they found another God. You know what I'm saying? They're not here. They're doing things their way now. So you also don't be there every Shabbat. You know what I mean? You start at 10:30. You want to be here every week. You'll be here. The Shia, you'll be here a time every week.
Sure.
You do that. So you don't leave my daughter straight. Yeah.
Right.
This guy is like he just moved. Like he is a fool. That's why I'm now. In fact, God saved your life, nigga. So I'm grateful we are. We are very ungrateful. He saved your life, kept you in prison. He saved my life, I'm not out of prison. Look what we doing. But he won't charge you, you are already charged. Anytime the better I bleed, you stop us. You will see what it's all about. Anytime the better I bleed. We think that we scared of this, huh? But he beat me down. You hear me? He beat me down, you hear me? Sling me into a coma. And I was down on the bottom. You don't like rebuke when I talk to you like that? Rebuke? You don't have to be here. So if you come here, don't go on and carry on, but you don't have to be here. Alright? You don't have to never come back. Oh. And the one that look to be with me is my shorty. You know right there. Yeah. My shorty, nigga. Yes, my shorty. She will beat me with me to death to his father. No, look at it. And they gonna do us right. So when they asked God to kill me, I didn't take her too. That's right. I said take her too. So I'm the one who I expect to be you. I expect myself. You guys say you niggas up here. I don't look forward to be because you forward come here. Open come here. Open come here. No, you gotta stop talking. So that's why I don't rely on me, and my ribs. That's my ribs. She gonna be here with me. Yeah, you could swear, you could swear, put your life on it. I am with you. I am not with you. I am not with you. I made sure I don't fit. I made sure I don't fit. David said I would have the house that my lips had uttered and my mouth had spoken. I made deadly vows before God. That I'm afraid to break because the thing that said God to do to me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't keep it, hell no, I ain't breaking that. But why do that? Because I know that I am hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? I am stubborn. And the only thing that will put enough fear in me and keep me straight is God. It's not good to be ungrateful. Huh? When God do you good, it's not good to be ungrateful. I say, does it rebuke that who? No.
Okay.
Scorn. Rebuke not a scorn. So I rebuke you stop. I said, God, we shouldn't want that. 1:30. Don't give a damn son. Come in at 4 o'clock. Well, now 4:45 or something. Like that. And you keep doing it. So I see what I've been around for damn near 50 years in many camps. You hear that? And I see what happened to niggas that do the things that they do. They're not even around. You see, you don't know nothing. They're probably dead. Who was he talking to? So, I see what happened to them. See what happened. I was the only one in the camp in Venezuela. When they took me and put me in the kitchen, so they'll pay you in the kitchen. I said, all right, let's not soak with me and drilling on the floor. The niggas got mad at me. They got mad at me, son, because I'm getting the blood up. I was the only one that kept me blood. I'm the only one that got my sanity. The only one. I'm the only one among my children that got strong strength. Because y'all ain't got no strength. Y'all ain't got no strength. The strength in y'all is like a rubber band. Y'all are weak. A woman will take you and break you. Break you, break you, break you, break you. You ain't got no strength. Your strength should be in God. When you take it and grab your woman and break her, you have to break her. What's going on today? Who getting broken? Thank you. They're getting broken. Me, yeah. You talk a lot, but you're not doing that. Business, you stay quiet, you still do a job. Praise God. Because then, what's over there? Good? Good to you. Keep on girl that straight, son. You have to come in the teaching. You hear me, son? That's right. And now when you go home, you have to read that book. If you don't read, you will be a complete what? Dummy. Am I right, you will get dumb. Now you come to teaching and sit down and you try to memorize the things that you hear about your head. That ain't gonna give it to you. You are damn idiot. You have to read, son. You get it? You have to read that book. Now, in the game, the man come to do you know what I'm saying? You don't have time for the man's job. I'm going to do this man's job. That wasn't like that. You have to make time for his job. You have to make time for God also. But God is the one that could breathe. He was bastards. So I don't trust him. You trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. I trust you. I trust you. I trust the one that dedicated himself to God. You hear me? That's the one that is limited. It's limitation. It's limitation. So I'm sitting here. You gotta read, my brother. You heard? Yeah. You need it, you know? Make sure you have your Bible, your Bible. Okay? King James Bible. And you read. I'm not JPS. I'm not JPS Bible. There are TV Bibles out there. And you read. Make sure your wife reads. She has to read. You don't want to have a dumb wife. A dumb wife, the children won't be dumb. The wife raised the kids. The kids be around the wife more. The kids listen to the mother more than the father. So you want to have some dumb, stupid children. Nigger lights. So you want your wife is dumb. I don't know what damn what she might do. She's dumb, but she don't read your children from the nigger life.
Right. That's it. That's it. So let God.
You, this teacher, you go right on. You know what I'm saying? So, you go right. You go right. Yeah, it's like more light. You know, that's more light, and your family more active. You know, for the niggas in there. Niggas have turned everything upside down. To give a bunch of niggas, I got done 3 or 4. That's it. I really want to do this. 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? There was no bunch of niggas out here. So like crazy something in life. You know, nobody angry in here, right? You ain't angry. I ain't angry. I ain't angry. Well, last night we got a hell of an episode, right? Ain't that something? So don't worry. That's the cleansing process started. Those 2 niggas that started crumping me on Friday night, one last week. They both my sons, they were bastards. One last week, one this week, they're not gonna keep their son. That God told he told God in the book to do something to make him angry. So,
So the same.
yeah, disturb God angry.
Of course, when you made David, of course, David to number the people so you get that issue.
So you go get a vision, right? Stir him up. What he's doing now. He put his head to do certain things. So you do it on Shabbat. Double that Shabbat. Last Shabbat, this Shabbat, Saturday night. Stir him up. You stir you up. And you stir him up, you're gonna put his foot up your behind. You really come around. Last night you come out, you stir him up. You do the same thing that one. Push him away. See, God will push you away. When you see you're a troublemaker, you don't really want to do this, you're coming from a face value, he'll push you away. I see him doing that now. I see him doing that now to my body. You know what body mean? Huh?
So,
You do it. You know what you push him. Love it. You have to bring yourself to love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. You know that? If you don't bring yourself or make yourself up, you're not gonna love him. Okay, you're not gonna love it. You're gonna love everything else except it. Everything else. You're gonna love the holy God, the children you got. You're gonna love all the years of war. What do you think? What do you think when they got a woman in the book and she wasn't a virgin, what they did with her? Oh, you don't know? Huh? When you just found a woman in the book, and then talking about virginity wasn't there, she's not a virgin, what they did with her? They were punk you. What they did with her? Huh? I'm gonna put her out. Where the hell you at? I'm not too mean, you know, take what the book says. I'm not concerned about too mean, you know. I'm concerned about the book says. She left here. I don't know what you know. Hat. I know that you have to read, we get in that book and read more, yeah? You have to read more, you understand? You don't go on the damn net, or you Google this, and you read. You have to get that book the old fashioned way and read, yeah? Like this nigga do, you hear me?
right.
You always gotta like me and feed me, man. Because you feed, supposed to feed everybody, you're supposed to feed who? The father.
Right.
Your mother. If you walk along, you're not feeding your father or the mother, the curse is upon you and upon the children that you dearly love. Yes, they're damn children. It's like God made them. They do the same thing with their children, not cook. So you know how they show them that your children ain't nothing. The children don't amount up to a bowl of document. He made them eat their babies. As small as Noah's right or rock. That makes what they appeared. Young them. They ate their babies for years, all the years during the siege. Alright? So don't play with them. You don't worship babies like we do. Alright? We worship Him, we magnify Him, we glorify Him. The fathers in that book didn't do. God said, eat them, they said, no problem. The young men cut their head off, clean them up, and they ate their babies. Alright? They ate their babies. So let us stop doing that. We didn't have the baby God. We were yours. Let us stop idolizing our babies, man. Let us stop idolizing. God made your forefathers ate their babies. Is that nice, son? Is that nice, man? You have to go and take a little baby that one day. That's all. Say, Abi, what do you mean, Abi? Don't worry, son. You live up there, you start behind my little seat. Don't worry. They're gonna see I see. Papa, they just jump in. You know what I mean? Papa. Shaka, okay, I'm on. They have the skin. Yeah, I mean? I go to where I see that, it's bad. Everybody should know what to say. That attitude, get an attitude.
You can't see anybody, I got
The
some.
man's attitude, but he ain't no baby worshiper. Skin is somebody. You have to skin him because you try to chew the skin is very, very true. Only one know is true. Because I used to be raw flesh. That's the type of organization I used to belong to. We raw flesh. It's very, very true. Very true. We better our skin. You know what I'm saying? But that's the God we serve. He don't magnify babies, does he? No, they gonna eat them. And the seeds lasted for some years, ain't that right? All during the season, they have to eat their damn babies. But sure, that's what they go. Oh, you go eat it before you go to the family. West from the east, right? To have that, right? And still the right. It's good. Well, bro. It's good, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's now, the less empty it is, the more relaxed I'm gonna be. I'm very upset, but niggas are not here. Niggas are the problem, son. Anywhere I think I go is a problem. I don't think it's just something. We are all niggas. You can stop being a nigga. The only thing stopping from being a nigga, dirty, stinking, filthy, dark nigga. The Old Testament. That will take heed to God for that. You hear me?
Right.
And when you take heed to God for that, that's the stopper of you being a nigga. You don't take heed to God for that, is one thing, you are a nigga. You're just a nigga with robe on. A nigga with a funny rag and his damn head. Problem. Some, the head is, the hair of that. Yeah, the hair of that. Now, and there's Dodo, the Ahoa. I'm the Ahoa.
First of all, you don't have
You doing something?
no.
Huh?
No. Since I was in here, you told us to not shop stuff.
You?
Yeah, Graham said not shop.
I'm done.
No, Graham said not shop, just us not.
I don't know what's going on. Well, my goddamn house. My congregation, so I don't know what's going on. I can't see too good. Blacks. No comment. Everybody says, I'm going to say it. You don't have to be. I'm just waiting for God to send for me, you heard? I ask for God to send for me every day, you understand? I ask for God to send for me. When he sends for you, I know he sends for you.
True.
Yes. You push your damn wig back, I take you with it. I told him, I need my brother. It's cold. I don't like giving up. People is quiet. Bastards. I don't like it, man. People call themselves Israel, you hear me? They're some of the most conniving, sneakiest people in the world. Deceitful. They lie like hell. They know God hate lie. These niggas still lie. You know, man. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around y'all, sir. I'm just forced to. I mean, being down there, sir. Being down there and the bottom not there, it ain't all that bad, sir. You know, that's bad. Wickedness is bad. You know, yeah, going on eating everything, white not doing all that. It's bad. You don't respect his father, his mother is bad. It's horrible. But a non-wicked dude who are righteous, but it ain't bad. He said the righteous are hope in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Good. Ain't bad. Better than being down here, you don't go to the you know what I'm saying? That's what you're things that you love, and you spend your life with them. You hear me? You spend your money with them when they were babies. They don't forget when they were babies. If you forgot when you was a baby, you were fast. You forgot. Or you grow up, you forgot. You will spend all your money raising this stuff up, you know what I'm saying? Giving them this, giving them that. The praying, you do the same thing, you do the same thing. Again, grow strong. Now you old and you weak. You know what I'm saying? I can't fight this, man. But I focus on God. That's right. When the source goes, y'all will see something. Well, thank God said, don't check it out. All y'all that ain't walking this way are do the right thing. God, they come to you get together. Let it go. Get together. Let it go. Let it according to God. I don't mind your girlfriend. I don't mind this dog. I don't mind your damn dog. The dog, the dog, serving the dog. I don't mind the girlfriend, serving she too. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind none of it. What comes up right now? Keeping God from man. You hear me? And you're honoring of your father and your mother. The honoring of your father and your mother. You dislike and despise your father and your mother, that's automatic faith. You might as well don't do no more law. Those are the heads of that. Right? You despise your father and your mom, you might as well go and join the church. Because no other law that you do in that Old Testament language will count once you despise your father and your mother. You can't despise it. You despise it in your heart, you waste your time. You waste your time for here, you waste your time, whatever, you waste your time. But stay home and tomorrow you go to church. Brother, some there's Herod, Jehovah. I don't know. You want to go there. You know, I know you because it's like a people. It's your curse. It's your curse. Whoever will take it, it's your damn curse. I don't know, I don't know it. I'm saying, come here and get in touch with me. You don't have to be here, nigga. You don't be here. Nobody come around. Everybody come around. Yeah, I got one day, my woman. I'll take it with her. You know what I'm saying? Just take the head away from her. I'll make it with her. Yeah, my girl. You know what I'm saying? What she can't do for me, what she can't do for herself, I do for her. What I can't do for myself, she do for me. We rock together. I saw Isaac, I Rebecca. When Isaac went blind, who took care of him? Who? Not you, son. That nigga's gone. Let him go. He was gone, son. Isaac and Rebecca. She took care of him. Rebecca took care of Isaac. But he got to put it on his head. Wow. I'm a good dude. Wow. You know what I'm saying, son? Children is a damn problem. I was more happy and contented before I had children. Yeah, when I started having them, so my trouble started. Don't forget that. All right? Would you like to hear it? I can't tell you if you need to go and go to the shower.
So, first of all, to all and praise the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. Great man and revered God, the Most High God, who bestowed loving kindness to us all things. Remember the high priest and patriarchs. Most High, slow of anger, great in conscience, pure iniquity and transgressions, who by no means played guilty, visiting iniquities of the fathers upon children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High, the purpose perfect for all, with the justice without ignorance and without iniquity, just and right is he. Giving due respect and honor to the head of Israel, chief of Gaza, to the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, mothers in Israel, visitors. I sent to the tongue of my forefathers, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom to God.
It's a beautiful day. And a day to be observed and to rejoice on. Because I read in one part of the book, he says, serve me with what? Joyfulness of heart. Joyfulness of heart. So if I'm serving God, with joyfulness of heart, then guess what? I'm going to talk about things that brings joy to me. I'm going to talk about things that brings joy to me concerning the book. Concerning the law. I'm not going to talk about this over here that's going to make me angry and make me tight and stress me out. I'm not going to talk about this over here that's going to do the opposite to me toward them. I'm going to talk about things that uplift my spirit and get happy because it's the Lord's Sabbath day. And we ain't, look, I never celebrated Xmas. But guess what? On Xmas, nobody, when they get together, they're going to tell you, man, leave that alone. Don't talk about that. This is Xmas. We got a jolly spirit. Yeah, they even order their conversation to write on their holiday. On Xmas, on New Year's, on all their holidays. They don't talk about stressing, man. It's their holiday. Man, they want to enjoy themselves, man. I'm here to enjoy myself. Let me get me a plate of food, and Xmas carols is playing, and everybody happy. But on Shabbat, this man, you're always running to one that wants to talk about something that has nothing to do with the book, nothing to do with the book. Number two, whatever you're talking about has nothing to do with the book. And all it's going to do is bring up strife and aggravation. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Abraham. Let's talk about Isaac and Jacob. Let's talk about the 12 sons of Israel. Let's talk about how God dealt with Moses. Let's talk about how God dealt with David and the ways of David and the things that these men did in the book that caused God attention to be drawn towards them. Let's talk about that and try and liking and put our ways and put ourselves in their ways, walking after their ways. Because the same God that's in this book that we read about is the same God now. He's not going to accept you any other way. The only way God, nothing, say that again? Nothing less, the brother said. What that mean now? I have to pick my ways up. I gotta pick my ways, my behavior, my thinking pattern gotta be compared to the men in the book, so that God I can draw God's attention towards me for righteousness. Any other way other than what the Most High prescribed, we will turn his attention away from us. Because he said, I am God. He said, what? And I change it not. He said, therefore, you sons of men, you sons of who? Jacob. Not sons of men. He said, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. That's the only way. That's the only reason why I don't destroy you and wipe you out, man. He said, because I'm God and I change not. And I already gave my word to Abraham. His friend, Abraham, only one friend. So I'm God and I change not, man. So the only way God is going to accept us, we got to walk in his ways. He said, he looked at Cain. He said, if you do is good, shouldst thou be exalted? He
He said, I will exalt you. You know what that is? When God exalts you, lift you up in the heavens. And look, when God exalts you, man, listen here. Listen here. He said, but, he said, if you do it not well, if you don't do good, then what? Sin lies at the door. At what door? At you. At your head. It's going to come to you. Iniquity comes here first. Before you go and steal, before I start to covet, before I go to rob, before I go to pick up that bloody burger, before I go to do anything against God, it comes here first. It came to my head first. And guess what? We always move with our emotions. Emotions. That's what we need to remove. And God told us how to channel our emotions. The first thing the Most High said, Deuteronomy 6:4, he said, hear, O Israel, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, and might. He said, love God with all your heart, soul, and might.
You have to break yourself to do that.
Love God with all your heart,
And you ain't gonna love it.
soul, and might. So when you love God with all your heart, soul, and might, I don't have no time to be loving nothing else. Nothing else. I don't have no time to be loving nothing else. Because I love God with all my heart, soul, and might. So therefore, anything that comes in between, the laws of God, and try to, he said, what? He said, if any soul come to you and try to get you to serve other God, a friend, your wife, just try and get you to serve other gods. Now, how can you get me to serve other gods? When you got me doing things opposite to what the book said. When you got me walking in a certain way that's not in the ways of the Most High. I don't have to be in the church. I don't have to be in the mosque. All I got to do is walk opposite to God. And I'm serving other gods. Right. So now he said, love God with all your heart, soul, and might. There's no room to be loving nothing else. With all your heart, soul, and might. He said, these words which I command this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your mind. Which means what am I doing forgetting this? I shouldn't be forgetting this. I gotta always remember God's first. I gotta always remember the Most High's laws, number one. I put that first and foremost. First, that's number one. That's number one. Then it go on to say, he said, these words which I command you, they shall be in thine heart. Right? Then he commanded us to say, he said, these words here, he said, go and put it on your ribs. Put it on your doorposts. Put these words in between your eyes. Not the 10 Commandments. Not the Most High's name. Not none of that. God really told us and prescribed us what laws to put there. The Israelites want to do their own thing. Nobody wants to follow after the rule book. Nobody wants to follow after what the law says, what the book says. And when they do read it, they put their own opinion about what they think, how they feel, to suit them. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 16, verse 18. And then we're going to run through Deuteronomy 16, verse 18, then we're going to go to 17 and read that whole chapter.
Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy
Judges
gates.
and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates. We need judges. We need officers because without judges and officers, then everything would have been on Moses. Everything would have been on one man. And what Jethro came to him and told him, he said, listen, man, this is what you're doing, it ain't good. He said, you're going to wear out you, and you're going to wear these people out, man. He's on point. Officers. Officers that what? He said, hate covetousness and unjust gain. That's going to rule and judge in righteousness. That's why another part of the book said, don't respect faces. Don't honor the face of the mighty. Don't honor the face of the poor. He said, judge righteously. The dude poor, when he went and go stole, you didn't have to pay back, you gonna go work it off. That debt don't go free. Because once you don't have it, you went and stole, the man died, guess what happened in history? The debtor came to collect. They started snatching their sons. So the mother cried out to the prophet. We made this cruise of oil, keep adding up, so here, go pay your debt. He didn't come out to fight because the people was right. They want whatever you owe. They want that. Or you gonna go work it off. He said, judges and officers thou shalt make thee in all thy gates, which the Lord thy God gives to thee, according to thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous judgment. Come see. Verse 19.
Thou shalt not rest judgment.
Thou shalt not rest judgment. Tate. Thou shalt not pervert judgment. To pervert means to change from its original course. To change from its original course. Anytime you change anything out of its original course or out of the way that God has this particular thing set up, you did this particular thing here. You have perverted this over here. You have perverted it. You perverted it. Okay? To pervert means to change out the order. God gave us sex to have babies, to cohabitate and have babies. Anything else other than me going into my woman or my wife to have a baby is perversion. It's perversion. Anything, and we know what people is doing. We know what the man and the woman is doing. No need to speak about it. But we know what the man and the woman is doing. Anything other than me going into this woman to have a baby is perversion. It's silent. And when we do these things, guess what we do? We also put a block between you and God. Put distance, put extra and more distance between you and the Most High. Anytime we go against these laws, commandments, statutes, you put distance between you and God. Between you and God. Come see. He said, thou shalt not pervert judgment.
Thou shalt not respect persons.
He said, thou shalt not respect persons, panim, faces, countenance.
Neither take a gift.
Neither take a gift or a bribe. For the bribe binds the eyes of the wise and perverts the words of the righteous. That's what a bribe does. It changes your judgment. It changes the way I was looking at this person. He's a thief. But now, because he does for me and do this for me and do that for me, I don't look at him that way. Because he's giving me and always looking out. So I got a good eye for him. That is the natural instincts of man. Of man, period. That's why God said, don't take no bribe, man. Don't take no bribe. Because that bribe is going to change your judgment towards this violator. Now see?
That which is altogether just shalt thou follow.
That which is altogether just shalt thou follow. Everything that is right. What is just? What, what is just? What is just? Just is what? Everything that is prescribed in this book. That's just. Just is not what you think. Just is not what I think. Just is not what you feel. Just ain't how I feel. And if we are dealing just according to the laws of God, guess what? Half of the problems won't even be up. It won't come up. It won't come up. Because then we will look at the matter according to what the book says. And we will say that was there any violation in the book? So whatever God look at as violation, you look at it as violation. Whatever the Most High don't look at as violation, then what? I can't look at it as no violation. I can't look at it as no violation because guess what? Now I'm putting myself ahead or before God's law. I'm nothing. I can only go by what God said is violation, or what God disagrees with, or whatever He agrees with. I gotta agree with it. And the only way we're gonna start doing things like that, I gotta change, I gotta make my mind up. He said, why do we halt between two opinions? He said, why are you halting between two opinions? He said, why are you wavering? Why are you undecided? I gotta make my mind up first before I start doing these laws. We gotta 100% make our mind up. Then once we make our mind up, the changes follow suit automatically, and it ain't gonna be no problem for this person to make any changes because his mind is already made up to serve God. His mind is already made up to do these laws. His mind is already made up to do or die. So therefore, it ain't gonna be no problem for me to walk this way. Because I already made my mind up. The problem is people come to inquire of God, but their mind has not been made up. People come inquiring about God, but they have not, I ask you questions today, but they have not let go of what was behind them, or what they was taught from the past, or how they was brought up or raised. You gotta leave all that behind. When we decide to leave all these things, these pagan customs and ways behind us, there goes the thinking pattern. I can no longer think in that way, in that manner anymore. Because you can't serve God. You can't do these laws with a hedonistic mentality. Thinking and moving like a heathen, because once I think and I move like that, guess what? It's gonna show in your actions. It's gonna show in your actions. It's gonna show in what you get happy for. It's gonna show in what you don't get happy for. It's gonna show in everything. This has to change first to be perfect with God. Your mind gotta flip and change 100%. Then I can be perfect. Then I could follow God 100 and be holy and set apart. Because my mind I made my mind up 100%. And I already made determination within myself to serve this God, serve the God of Israel. Now I can follow suit. Come see.
That thou mayest live and inherit the land with the Lord that thou giveth thee.
Verse 20.
That which is joined together, just thou shalt follow, that thou mayest live and inherit the land.
Zedek, Tivdo, shall thou pursue, justice shall thou pursue, in order that thou mayest live and inherit the land which the Lord thy God gives to thee. How are we going to inherit the land being unjust? How are we going to inherit the land being unjust? There's no way would have remained in the in this land being unjust. Unjust is doing things opposite to the order or to the laws of God. Different than the way the Most High have set up. Some shit.
Thou shalt not plant thee a grove.
A grove, Asherah. And Asherah is an ancient Semitic is an ancient Semitic god. Ancient Semitic religion is a mother goddess. It's a mother goddess. Okay? And it also is a sacred tree or pole near Canaanite religious location to honor the Ugaritic mother goddess. Mother goddess. Don't they ever remember? Strike something in your head. Mother, Father, Son, Holy. It's all under different names. It's all under different names. But the originality of this triad or this 3 in 1 is from the sun, moon, and the stars. Astrology. And every nation had a triad, but under different names. Now today it's Mary, JC, and the dude. And the dude. It's all fairy tales. It's all lies. Now when you go to observe Passover, they say the lamb that Israel sacrificed was Jacob. Was the body of JC. Where do you read this at? Where do you come up with this at? But they're linking the Old Testament with the New to get everything in one book. That's why in Isaiah it says a virgin shall conceive, right? But when you read it in the Hebrew, it don't say virgin. It says, how the world's a virgin conceives. She's a virgin. The word for virgin is alama, meaning a young woman. A young woman shall conceive. Now that makes more sense. Alama. Some shit.
Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees near unto the altar of the Lord thy God.
Thou shalt not plant thee no grove near beside the altar of the Lord thy God, which thou shalt make thee. Now, groves are short shrub trees. You could find those when you buy a house. You go to buy a house, you find short shrubs, knock those down. I don't want no groves near my house. None of that. Because this is the things that God abominates and he detests. So therefore, I don't want none of that near me. None of that near me. Anything that the Most High hates or detests, you have to make yourself detest it and hate it. Why do you think Samuel cried all night when the children of Israel despised and rejected God from being their king, from going before them? No, they want a fleshly king, like the nations round about. We always had a thing after the people. We always wanted to follow after the people. And guess what? God knew that. That's what he said, listen here. You leaving out of this Egypt, when they left out of Egypt, and we rolling, he said, listen, these 7 nations, he said, wipe them out. He said, kill them all. Don't marry their daughters. Don't accept their men to marry your daughters. He said, because their woman is going to have you serving their God. Now, how can I serve their gods? I ain't serving their God. I'm not in the church. She don't got me in the church. She don't got me in the mosque. Yeah, but she got you living and doing according to her ways. She got you living and bending according to her will. She got you doing things that you would not do if you was not with her. That's why there is a thing called Shabbat 2. As soon as I discern that this woman will not hearken to me, and not turn this, and she's not willing to flip over to the ways of God, I grab the pen real quick, get me some toilet paper, brown paper, any type of paper. Write the set bad kitty too, give it to you, and you're cut off. That's it. Because I'm not going to get banged for what you do. No, I'm not going to get hit for what you do. No, I'm not. Because God do charge the men for what their woman does. Because me and you supposed to be one. We all one. And God. So if I'm walking sideways, you gotta walk sideways. If I'm walking left, then you gotta walk left. I can't be walking right and you walking left. We got different steps now. You walking two different steps, which means we ain't one. He said, how can two walk together except they be agreed? How can two walk together except they be agreed? Which means if I'm walking with you, we must agree on something. Samuel did not walk, look, man. Look, that's serious stuff, man. When the Most High rejected Saul, when God rejected Saul, guess what? In Samuel's eyes, he rejected Saul. Then he rejected them. That's why he didn't go back with him and worship. But Saul was talking wise, wisdom. He said, honor me in the sight of the people. Me and you is two heads. I'm the king of Israel. I'm the king of this, and you're the king of this, and you right. Don't let the people see two heads going at it. That's what that means. He said, honor me in the sight of the people. Because Samuel did some, the people will diss him. But after that, he ain't seen Samuel no more. No more after that. Until he went to the witch of Endor to bring Samuel up to get an answer from God. Because he was God. The Most High was tight with him. God was angry with him. Then God was angry with you. We do things to make the Most High despise us. And when God despises you, put a block. He blocks you. When God blocks you, you're not going to see these laws clearly. You're not going to understand these words clearly. You're going to see something completely opposite to what the book says. You're going to come up with a different opinion than what the book says. You're going to do these laws your way. You know why you're going to do the laws your way? Because God done blocked you. God blocked you because you like to eat butter and fat. God blocked you because you like to profane the Sabbath day and do your own thing. Jeremiah 17. Why don't people understand that? Jeremiah 17 states, he said, ye shall not exit or carry out a burden out of your house. So when I'm leaving my house, I can't leave out with nothing in my hand. Nothing. It didn't depict a load or how heavy it was. He said if the load is light, I can walk out with it. No. But that's what the book says. But why the so-called nation of Israel cannot perceive this? Why this so-called nation of Israel cannot perceive this? You know why I said so-called nation of Israel? Because I heard a rumor. And I ain't talking about my man DB Saw. I heard a rumor. Keep it on us. I ain't talking about it. I heard a rumor. You know what the rumor is? That all Israel is black. I'm sitting down with one brother, the brother looking at the TV. Man, this dude got hype. Man, that's us. That's my people. That's our. Look at that. What you talking about, man? My people. God said, my people shall hear my voice. A stranger will not follow. A stranger will not follow. We don't know who we are. Ask a nigga for his birth record and see what his birth record said, man. We've been here too long. And God,
the appearance
of Canaanites. And guess what?
See, your father was a one in Syria.
Mother in Syria.
Big.
That's right.
Syrians do have naps like these. These naps are known as code breakers.
That's right.
They break code.
That's right.
They break code.
That's right.
Cold.
Look, and we've been here too long. We've been in Africa for many years, over 1,000 years. And guess what? Guess what? Brothers don't, look, hey, people don't want to accept this, man. We lost our identity. Of course. Our identity is gone. We have lost our identity.
I claim a new one. I'm a servant of the living God. Anybody can serve him.
Anybody.
But we are. Get good yourself.
You. When you talk, and Isaiah 14, he had mingled, he had crossbreed. So when we was to crossbreed, meaning we were sleeping with all the nations that we was living among. God did that to mix us and jingle us and mix us and mix us and mix us. And mix us and keep mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. Now, he said he will mix a perverse spirit, a perverse Elohim means to confuse. He gonna mix you up and confuse you. That's why all Israel think it's okay to shave your head. The brothers talking about Shalom Adon, praise the Most High, and he got a bald beard. But nowhere in the book he can't see what God said. Don't shave head. He can't see that because God, the Most High has confused you. The other definition for Elohim means to disturb it in mind or purpose. Disturb your purpose. What is my purpose on earth? To serve God. But your purpose is disturbed. So therefore, your purpose ain't to serve God. Your purpose is to do everything else. Jump here, jump there, jump there. You disturb your purpose. Right? The other definition is to fail to differentiate from an often similar or related other. To make this indistinct. God did that to us, man. The Most High did that to us. Because we refuse to hearken to his laws, his commandments, his statutes. Well, listen. We refuse to listen and hearken, man. He said, thou shalt not plant thee in the Asherah of any kind of tree besides the altar of the Lord thy God, which thou shalt make thee. Neither shalt thou set thee up a memorial pillar which the Lord thy God hate. The word for memorial pillar is matzebah. Matzebah is a monument, statue, tombstone. It's also an image too. It's also an image too. God just said he hates images. He hates images. He despises images. We didn't have images, man. Israel did not deal with images, engraving images, and molding images. All of these things were the ways. See, listen, we got to remember, We spent 4 in Egypt. And God gave us laws, commandments, and statutes to counter the ways of these people, opposite to the ways of the people. Everything that God had set up for Israel was opposite to the nations round about. That's what caused us to be different. That's what caused us to be different and opposite to the nations. That's what caused us to be different and opposite. Because of these laws, commandments, and statutes. That's what caused us to be opposite and different. See, verse chapter 18.
Priests, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part, no inheritance with Israel. They shall eat.
I'm 18 here. No, that's 17, I'm sorry.
17.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not sacrifice unto the Lord thy God any
Thou
bullock,
shalt not sacrifice to the Lord thy God
any bullock or
sheep,
wherein is blemish.
wherein there's a blemish, wherein there's a deformity, wherein there's a defect, wherein there's a disability. Defect, deformity, disability, which means they didn't offer or sacrifice nothing. Everything that they offered and sacrificed to God was 100% perfect. It was whole, 100%. But guess what happened now? They started giving God what they didn't want. In Malachi 3, they started giving God the deformed, the defect, the disabled one. You got an ox born, they give him the 3-legged ox. Oh, give this to God. Give that to the Most High. Made him angry. Got him tight. He said his problem and his beef was with the priests. The priests were the last ones to go inside. The last ones. And they even got tainted.
Or any ill-favoredness, that is an abomination unto the Lord thy God. If there be found among you within any of thy gates which the Lord thy God giveth thee, man or woman that hath wrought wickedness in the sight of the Lord thy God, in transgressing his covenant, and hath gone and served other gods, and worshipped them, either the sun or moon, or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded. And if he told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Israel.
Said they be found in the midst of thee within any of thy gates, right? Any of thy gates, which the Lord thy God gives to thee, a man or a woman, right? That does that which is evil in the eyes of God by transgressing his covenant. What is the covenant of God? The laws, his commandments, his statutes, right? It said what? And he has gone
And served
and
other gods.
served other gods. How do you serve other gods? To serve other gods means to comply to their commands. To comply to their commands. Once again, I ain't gotta be in the church. I don't have to be in the mosque. All I gotta do is comply to their ways. Comply to their ways. Comply to their commands. Their lifestyle, and you serve their God. That's why the Most High came up with, said, man, the pit is dug for the inhabitants of the world. Hey, that's why we read that in the Apocrypha where it says, woe to the world. That don't sound like a God that loves us. God loves us. No, he don't. He said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. By following after his laws. By following his laws.
And hath gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either the sun or moon, or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded. And if he told thee, and thou hast heard of it, inquire diligently. And
if he told thee, it was told you. So now once something is told to you, what's the next thing to do?
Inquire diligently.
I gotta inquire. I gotta inquire diligently. Read.
And behold, if be true,
if it's true,
and the thing certain,
and the thing's certain,
that such abomination is wrought in Israel,
that such abomination is brought in Israel,
then thou shalt bring forth that man or
bring
that
forth
woman
that man or that woman,
which hath committed that wicked thing unto thy gates.
Uh-huh.
Even that man or that woman, they shall stone them with stones till they die.
Mm-hmm.
At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses, that shall he that is worthy of death be put to death.
Right.
But at the mouth of 1 witness, he shall not be put to death. Right. The hands of the
Which
wicked-
means I can't get put to death from hearsay?
No.
From nobody just talking?
No.
I can't get put to death from this one talking about this other one and he ain't seen her? And he don't know what happened?
No. Nigga talk.
I can't get put to death from a rumor?
No.
Where you heard this from? Did you see him? Did you see him? But they both don't like the brother. They both don't like him. Why you don't like him? He has no reason.
Brother, he blood. You see the me blood, nigga. You see the nigga. Maybe you're in there, you see the nigga. You speak with him. Nigga. The black nigga is the eyes people the world to deal with, man. The eyes people in the world. That means you're a black nigga. You got fat head. You are the super worker yourself. Now we have a black. We are the only people that got no shit to them. You didn't put white people, you put Chinese, you put Japanese, did it?
No,
You put us.
that's right.
So we have a hand up our reputation. We don't want no bullshit. Black stinking box.
Nobody's looking at that. No. They're not looking at that. They don't forgot that we have been exiled. They have forgot that we've been thrusted out and exiled. They don't forgot. Now you got brothers talking about God love us. Man. He loves us. First of all, I don't see you walking perfectly before God. We're not walking perfect before the Most High. This is the same dude that said we can't do the cleanliness law here. This is the same dude that sits in the same seat that a woman sat on and he refused to wash. But God loves you. God loves you. So you think God gonna accept you however you come to him? Yeah. He said, hold on. He said, now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart. What that mean when it said lay it to heart? Consider. Consider. Lay it to heart means consider and think on this matter, man. Think about what you're doing. Think about the situation that you're in. Think about the trouble that I'm in. Consider and lay it to heart. That for no reason, man. He said, lay it to heart. To give glory unto my, and I will curse your blessings. Yeah, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed. I will rebuke your seed. I will curse your seed. I will scold your seed. Why? Because the parents done caused this. You are the cause why my seed has been cursed by God. I am the cause. You are the cause. We are the cause why your seed has been cursed by God, has been rebuked by God. Because in Exodus 20 it said, the sins of the fathers upon the sons. I will visit the sins of the fathers upon the sons. Unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. Unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. It's sad to say, everybody that's sitting in here
And all these people that's claiming the heritage of Israel and Jacob, they hate God. That's how I discern it and I look at it. Yeah, you hate God. If we ain't following 100% behind His laws, you hate Him.
You hate him. Say, love me and
Walk, that's right. Love me and keep my commandments. Walk before me and be thou perfect. So it's either or. It's either hate or love. There's no in between. There's no in between that. But we have to be perfect, and we have to be truthful with ourselves, acknowledging my ways, that my ways is filthy, acknowledging that I ain't nothing, acknowledging that I ain't no good. Because the only thing that's gonna make you good and perfect and accepted by God is these laws. That's it. Nothing else. And this is all we have. This is all we got. Just like my teacher said, he said, man, protect your books. This is where I get my knowledge from. This is what shows me the ways of God. This is what tells me how I should be. This is what shows me how I shouldn't be. This is what shows me how I should walk. This is what shows me how I shouldn't walk. This book shows me what to accept and what not to accept. So guess what? Protect your books, because there's no more Moses coming. There's no more Moses coming. No more Moses coming. No more Aaron. No more prophets. There's no priests. There's nobody. Guess what? God done left you to yourself. Yeah, He done left us to ourselves. All to ourselves. You know why? Because when we had the prophets, guess what? Obadiah had to hide the prophets by 50 in the cave. He had to hide them. Because this woman, a woman named Jezebel, was killing off the prophets of God. Killing off the prophets of God. So Elijah was going to show himself. So Obadiah said, man, listen, man, you ain't supposed to be around here. You go showing yourself up like that, you don't get me in. You don't get me killed. He said, behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts. What was the solemn? What's our solemn feasts? The appointed times. The appointed times. Say, must spread dung on your solemn feasts, your new moons, your feast of unleavened bread, your feast of booths. You think God, listen to me, listen to this. Do we really think the Most High is acknowledging these 3 appointed times? No, He's not acknowledging it. Because you know why God is not acknowledging it? Because we ain't acknowledging it. We're not following after the Most High God 100%. Our ways is what caused the Most High to turn His back on our solemn feast days.
You have to go to Jerusalem.
That's right.
They try to do it anyway and around Jerusalem.
That's right. They kill you.
So the peace over here just don't count.
Don't count. It don't count. Don't count. He said, ye shall know that I have set this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity.
turn many away from iniquity? How do you turn many away from iniquity? I can, what's the word? Change your mind. And I change your mind, and I got you to change your mind into doing something that is lawful right by God. Godly.